Hi, everyone. Director Doug here once again. And today, Miss Jean, we have a special guest.
We really do.
We work really hard here at Discovery Mountain, and sometimes the workload can be a little overwhelming.
Just a little bit.
Especially for you when you were wearing two hats as writer and producer, and, it was a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
So we've recently added a team member.
We have, and we're going to get to know him today.
Absolutely. Why don't you introduce him to us?
Okay, love to. Thanks, Director Doug. Well, with me here for another mini adventure, one of our fun interviews, is Steve Phillips. Hey, Steve. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Jean. Thanks.
And you have recently joined our team here at Discovery Mountain at Voice of Prophecy as the producer of Discovery Mountain.
Yes, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm happy to be a part of the team.
Mm-hmm. So you and your family, your wife and your two sons, moved here from, tell everyone where you're from.
Well, we're from the Flint, Michigan area, and drove a big truck cross country, and we're very happy to be here in Loveland, Colorado.
And we are so glad to have you.
Absolutely.
As Director Doug said, we have been wearing a lot of hats for a couple of years, and you've been an incredible blessing to the team. So I want our listeners to get to know you. When they're listening to this, if it's not, in a rerun time, if you're listening to this when it first airs, you may not know too much about producer Steve yet, but he's been working very hard behind the scenes. So why don't you tell us, first of all, Steve, what's your regular day-to-day job as a producer like? What are some of the things you do?
Well, a lot of the things that I do are preparing for future seasons and helping to find more talent and to get more of the seasons out to you, the listeners, on the website and for the CD sets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And one of your first tasks when you got here was creating a whole little book, wasn't it?
Yes, the season 9 and 10 faith activity book and CD set.
Mm-hmm. And those turned out wonderfully. We were so thankful to just kind of throw that at you when you got here, and you didn't run away scared. Director Doug, I said this to Steve a few times. I'm like, don't run away yet. Please don't run away. And he didn't. He's still here.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, I know some of the other things he was able to do that have been really helpful is we've used many different actors in many different roles over the past, 2.5, almost 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve has kind of put it all together in a document that we can quickly look up. Oh, yeah. Who is that guy that played Moses? I think we could use him for another role. We just look on his document. Oh, that was so-and-so. Well, excellent. We know how to contact them. In the past, it's like, who was that? We have to look back through your documentation. And so that's been really, really helpful.
Yeah, it's been great. You've really gotten us organized, and
Absolutely.
We're just upping our game continually.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, normally when we do these interviews, we talk to our voice actors about the characters they're going to play. And in fact, our listeners haven't heard your characters yet. Your characters are coming up.
Yes, and I've little surprise there. I've actually played a character in the show.
That's true. That's right.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Tell our listeners about it. See if they can look for you.
It's in the episode where Jake just happens to be going to see his sister's wedding.
It was actually before you started here. You and your wife, Mary, were here looking at housing and such, and we just threw you in the studio and gave you a small part.
We do that to a lot of people, don't we? Hey,
Yes.
you, get in the studio.
It does work that way.
It does. That's right. So our listeners may be able to go back and find that one. But you have some other characters coming up in season
12. Yes, I have a couple.
Yeah. What Steve hasn't told us yet is he actually does voices. So he has a few voices in his repertoire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going to be doing a big part in season 12, a big part. And then another big part that doesn't sound anything like your normal voice.
No, it doesn't. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. They're fun. They're fun. So keep your ears open, listeners. You will hear those in season 12. So, Steve, do you have a favorite food?
I do. This is probably pretty generic, but I really enjoy pizza.
We get that a lot.
I do, but I do love Italian pasta food. So
Okay.
that's
Okay,
pretty
so you're
much.
on the Italian genre.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, as you know, as producer, Sunday production days are pizza days. So I guess
know.
we'll keep that tradition going.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's coming up. And as we're recording this, Sunday is our next production day. So we can look forward to that.
Yes.
Yeah. Pizza day. All right. Do you have a favorite Bible verse that you want to share with us?
I do. And it's in Isaiah.
Good book.
Yes. So it's Isaiah 41:10. It says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand."
Nice. Now, is there a reason that one is particularly a favorite for you?
Because I've gone over a little bit of hardship over the last year and a half between jobs, and so it's definitely been one of the many helpful scriptures for during that time to kind of look for the promises God has for us.
Okay. So it was an encouragement to
Yes.
you when you needed it. I love that. That's one of my favorite verses too. It's powerful. It really is. So I know kind of some of the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it for our listeners. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Funny enough, exactly what I'm doing.
I love how God makes that happen.
Yes, I played with the old tape recorders, recording myself, writing lines, doing character voices, talking to myself, which you may or may not hear in this season or coming up. So yeah, it's definitely been a dream of mine, and then getting to actually do it is definitely God provided that.
Wow, sounds like a dream come true.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. We've heard some of your voices already. How many voices do you have in you that you're going to share with us at some point? What do you think?
I'm gonna see. I have quite a few in my gallery of voices in my head.
I don't know if I'd say that out loud.
Yeah.
Right.
I got voices in my head.
They don't answer back unless I want them to.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, that's good.
Oh, that's good. You don't walk across the parking lot arguing with
I
yourself?
have done that before.
Oh, okay.
That's fun.
Four voices though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So who knows?
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
I'm thinking you'll hear some other ones.
Okay. Okay. Well, we will look forward to that.
Absolutely.
Do you have any pets?
I do. I have a 13-year-old cat and I have a 4-year-old beagle.
Oh, a beagle. Beagles are so cute. What are your pets' names?
The cat is named Myra
Okay.
and the dog is named Piper.
Piper. Okay. Very fun.
Very energetic dog.
Yeah, beagles are, aren't they?
They can
Yes.
be.
Yeah.
They're just like kids.
They tend to
Lots
follow
of energy.
They tend to follow their nose too. If you let them go, they're gone. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
They're yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before you started with Discovery Mountain Voice of Prophecy, you might have had free time. I don't think you have any now. No, I'm just kidding.
I have a little. It's not
A
as
little
much
free
as
time.
before.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What do you like to do when you do have some free time?
Well, we like to go out hiking in the mountains now that we live here in Colorado, and that's a lot of fun to do and kind of see all of the great things that God's created out on the land out there, and we just enjoy a lot of outdoor family time. There's a lot to do here, as opposed to where we were, and I also kind of enjoy goofing around with voices and podcasting, and so technology.
Okay, very good. Nice. And your sons are, what ages are they?
They're 6 and 4.
6 and 4. So getting them out, getting some of that energy
Oh, yeah.
out in the mountains and
Oh,
not
yeah.
in the house, that's always
Yes.
a win-win.
Yes, they need that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so imagining that Discovery Mountain was a real place, where do you think you'd like to visit?
I think I'd like to visit, well, definitely Trekkers, although if little hint here, if people visit the studios here, they might see it.
Yes, we have our own trekkers
Yeah,
here
little area that's set up like trekkers. Absolutely.
Yes.
that you set up, Steve, very
yes.
nicely.
And so, yeah, that would definitely be one of them, and meeting some of the actual characters. Although I've met their actors too, so that's really cool. And then of course Flying Blue Birdie, which you can actually do here too.
We do. We have a flight simulator down in our studios, which is a new addition.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very popular during audition time.
Yeah, it keeps the, sometimes families come in because one person's in the studio. And I would say the kids like to entertain themselves
Oh,
on
yes.
the flight simulator, but the parents are on there as much as
Oh
the
yeah,
kids.
just as much. Yeah.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, Steve, we are just so thankful that you and Mary and your children are here in Colorado and a part of Discovery Mountain and Voice of Prophecy.
Absolutely.
It's been a big help, hasn't it, Director Doug, during
amazing.
production?
Yep.
Wow.
He's
it's been
keeping us
wonderful.
organized.
Yes, so keeping us on our toes.
I'm finished a take, and I just look at him and say, what's next, man?
Yes. And you listeners, you're going to enjoy meeting some of the characters that producer Steve is going to be voicing in an upcoming season. There's something else. Something that you're going to be doing, you've started and will do more of, is auditions.
Yes.
So say someone's listening and they want to audition for Discovery Mountain. What's the best and easiest way that they can do that right now?
Well, they can visit discoverymountain.com, and there's a link for the auditions and scripts available on there. And all they have to do is provide their information and record the clip and upload it, and we'll get to hear it here in the studio.
Yeah. Yeah, so they can just upload their voice right to the website.
Yep.
You can listen to it almost instantly, and we can listen to it as a team. So great. Yeah, and that's something new you just started for us. Thank you. Well, thank you for hanging out after the end of a long production day and talking for a little bit. Well, you at home, I hope that you caught that favorite Bible verse of producer Steve. It's Isaiah 41, verse 10. And I just want to close by sharing that with you one more time because it's a beautiful, powerful verse. And this is what it says. It says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." So thanks for listening, and join us online. You can find us at discoverymountain.com. And of course, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next time.